Hey guys, it's me again. So, I am back for another one of my planner setup videos, and I actually kind of lied at the end of my last one because I said that the next thing that I was going to do was set up my fitness stuff. Well, that's actually happening in the next video. Today, I'm actually going to walk through how I set up my budget planner. So, I'm not using the one that's inside my Hobo hybrid, which is totally okay. Again, don't fit yourself into a box. I was looking at it and I was like, hey, could I make this work for me? And honestly, what I have going right now is working for me. So I don't want to change that system because I have a system that's already working for me. So because of that, what I did was I'm going to show you guys actually a budget planner, and this is the same one that I used in 2022. I kind of have just updated it a little bit. I changed some colors around, I changed some fonts and stuff like that for me and for you. I actually have in the description below, there is a link that you guys can sign up for my freebie section on the website and download this budget planner for you if it is something that you would like. And I kind of walk through what I do for my own budget, and it might not jive with what everybody else does. So, download it if you'd like, and don't if you don't think that that works for you, right? So that's what I'm going to go through today, is to kind of show you guys that and preview a little bit about what I'm going to do for my fitness stuff next time. So then that will be next time. But for now, enjoy the budget planner. Okay, so the two things that I said I was going to share with you are my budget section and then my fitness. And then honestly, I feel like that's it as far as setup goes. So for my budget planner, I don't actually use the same planner. I created my own, and this is the one that I created for last year. And I loved it, but this was one that was like hey, it's just for me. I liked a bunch of different stuff from that. So I'm keeping this idea, but I made a new one because, let's be honest. And it is linked in the description if you would like it. Click on that link and it'll take you to a page. And if you enter your email address, not only will you get this, but you get access to my freebie library. And I've got a bunch of like stickers and printables and digital planning stuff in that freebie library. So you are welcome to that. And the way that I have this set up is, here's my cover section. And then I have a couple of different things. And here are my main templates. So I'm going to show you them because then I can kind of tell you what I do. So I have just like a blank calendar. I very, very rarely use that. And I'm just going to flip through these. And then I call this my 30, 20, 50. And it's for if you have a paycheck on, like my paychecks always come the 15th and the 30th. And then this is kind of if you just have maybe an every other week paycheck, you don't have a steady date that it happens. But what I like to do for this, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see this. And this is what I used last year, and it unbelievably helped me. I will go through and every single day, and this works really easily for me because I have paid off all of my credit card debt, and I use my credit card for everything, and then I pay it off. Now, I do that because I don't have credit card debt. I would not recommend that for anybody who has a lot of credit card debt. I do not recommend that at all because you need to break those habits. I broke the habit because I stopped using my credit cards and I paid them all off. And then now I basically use it to help me budget better because I use my credit card for everything. Then that's only one place that I have to keep track of my spending. So I can go in and I can look and see exactly what I've spent. Some people use a cash system. Some people do the envelopes. This is what I've found works for me. And I like, because I use a travel card, it gets me extra points. And my husband and my daughter and I are going on a cruise, and about $1,000 of that has already been paid off because of my travel points that I earned by doing this. So I do check my spending every single day. Now, what I did with this one, and I'm not actually using the same thing this year, is I would have my groceries and fun money, and I would take that and I would take out money for just groceries. Now, the reason why I'm not doing that is that groceries right now are so up and down. And my husband is the cook in the family. He's the one who likes to cook. He gets home before me. So I don't think I'm going to use that this year, because there have been some months that I don't spend any money on groceries because he says, oh, I want to cook this tonight. And he goes out after school and gets the groceries for whatever he wants to cook, instead of us necessarily doing like a big trip. Or sometimes grocery shopping is like we don't want to take our daughter with us, so one of us will offer to go grocery shopping so that the other one can stay home with our 3-year-old. So anyways, I don't really have a consistent budget for that. So when I did though, basically what I do is I take that kind of grocery and fun money and I split it up based on how many days that I have left until my next paycheck. So sometimes, because I get paid on the 15th and the 30th, sometimes, most of the time it's 15 days, but a lot of times it's 16 days, or sometimes it's 14 days. And I divide that and I figure out how much I can spend. So let's say that my daily thing, and I kind of worked this out on the template page, my daily budget is like $33. Cool. And I didn't spend any of that. So what I would do is I would have or actually I'm going to use happy numbers so that I don't have to like super math. But let's say that my daily thing is $30. All right. And I spent $0. So that means I have $30 left. Now I'm going to take $9 of that. That's 30% of 30. And I'm going to put that towards any debt that I have. I do still have a student loan, and I do still have, we have our house payment too. So that would be the debt that I would be using. Now this is extra. Then I take that number again and I say, okay, what's 20% of that? 20% of that is 6. So I'm going to put 6 into my savings, onto my sinking fund. So now I take that 9 and 6, and sometimes it's a pretty number, sometimes it's not. But then since 50% of it goes to my slush fund, I'm going to figure out what is left essentially. So I've got $15 there. Okay, my 50% is 15. I now have $15 in my slush fund. So that is money that like is just extra fun money. So if I want to go out to eat, or I want to do something fun, that it comes out of that first. But I still have my money from the day, right? So again, let's say I've got my $30 for the day. Let's say that this one day I spent $20. Well, guess what? I have $15 in my slush fund. I'm going to take that out. So now my slush fund has none. I spent 20, but guess what? I actually only spent 5 because I took 15 of it out of my slush fund. So now I have $25, and guess what? I still get to save some money. So now what I'm going to do is and I always do whole numbers. I never do like cents. So instead of $7.50, I'm just going to put 7. I always round down too, just to make sure that I'm not overthinking that I have more money than I actually do. This here, I would do 5. That's a nice even number. All right. So now I look here, and that's 12. So I have $13 that gets to go into my slush fund, right? Then let's say, again, I spent no money and I had $30, 9, 6, 15. Now I get to add that. Now that is $28. Now at the end of this time, if I have any extra money, I actually put it towards my savings because I have a bunch of sinking funds for things. So that's kind of what I do. So that's how everything is set up for me for this one. That's the one that you guys can download. Now this time, what I'm going to do is I actually have it as a 2020-60. The reason why I changed it is because now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually budget the groceries. So I'm not taking that money out. So any money that is in this kind of pot is also for any groceries or like household items like toilet cleaner and toilet paper and all that stuff. So I wanted my spend to be a little bit bigger because I'm also taking into account that I am paying for that, right? Same idea though. It's like the exact same idea. I'm super excited to start using that. Also in here, I have just my monthly look. This is how I actually pay my bills. I put all of the bills that I have to pay from my 15th paycheck, and I put what I have, what I do, and then I put my running balance for it, because usually what happens is I've got extra things, and those extra things I can use whatever is left, right? So I can say, oh, I'm going to put an extra, such and such amount of money to my friend's wedding or something like that, right? Here, same deal. It just has like a different paycheck date. This is a bill tracker. You can write out all of your different bills if some people like to do it that way. And then these are sinking funds. So sinking funds is something that I discovered really these past couple years. And I'm going to be real honest. It's like the best thing ever. So for example, I would love to take my daughter on a Disney cruise before her first year of school. So I've started a Disney cruise sinking fund in my bank account. And basically what that is that you have some money that's extra, like you have your extra savings money, and that's awesome, but put it towards something. So I have it set to be like $10,000. So that's what my goal is to save $10,000 little by little. And I'm talking, guys, I'm only putting like $5 or $10 in when I have extra money. And that can happen from my savings like each day, right? Or it can just happen like when I have extra money at the end of things. And I'll just put it in there and be like, okay, I'm going to add $20. It's like, it's already over $1,000. And it's awesome. But for things like that, like I had a Christmas sinking fund and I had it set to like $500. So when I went to do Christmas this year and I went to spend on Black Friday, I came home and I went, wait a minute, I already have $500 saved. What am I thinking that I spent too much money? I already saved it. I have a couple of good friends' weddings coming up. So I've already started a sinking fund for giving them money for their gift, right? My daughter is a flower girl in one of the weddings, so I've already saved a little bit extra for when we have to buy her flower girl dress. And sinking funds is just a way for you to have some extra money put away that's actually has a purpose. So I don't touch anything from a different fund. I don't say, oh, I'm going to just use this. No, that's already put away for that. If I want to save for something else, then I'm going to create a different fund and I'm going to just save that. And the cool thing about sinking funds is that you can kind of choose where your money goes. So if that wedding is coming up a little bit earlier, then you might want to start putting more money towards that and less towards like a down payment for a new car that you're not going to do for a couple years, right? So sinking funds, awesome. Look it up. This is for where your passwords go. This is an awesome little debt tracker here. I like to have this. And what I would do for this is I would set a number, maybe like $25, $50. And basically what you would do is you'd figure out how many squares. And I believe these have 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, I thought so. And what I would do is figure out how many boxes that debt has. So if I, like, let's say that when I counted it out, I set my thing at $25. Each square is $25. This is how much I have to pay. So once I color in all of these, I am golden. And then I would take my highlighter, and anytime that I paid that $25, I would color it in until I get to the end right here. So that is what this lovely little debt tracker is. Super, super fun. And then I've got just a blank page, a lined page, a gridded page, and a dotted page, because what planner isn't complete without that, right? So this is currently, and I'm not going to show all of my stuff, but I did set up part of it. Now, you'll notice that I do not have anything. Like if I look at my February tab and I swipe, it just goes to March. The reason why I do it that way is because if something's not working, then I'm not going to use that. So I have all my templates in one place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag those templates. I'm going to add them, and I'm going to duplicate them, and I'm going to drag them behind the tab that I want. So for example, in January, I already have my monthly one figured out for January, and I've already got these paycheck parts ready to go. So when January hits and I get that January 15th paycheck, then I am over and I am using this planner here. It's ready. But February has nothing behind it. March has nothing behind it, because if that 20/20/60 isn't working for me, I'm going to try something else. I'm not going to keep using something that does not work, right? Yeah. All right. So this one is kind of not really me setting up my new planner, I guess. I guess it's me kind of setting up what my budget planner looks like. So I just wanted to show you guys that. In my next one, I am going to set up my my fitness section for this one. So check out that one next. For that one, for those of you that are a little curious about modifying a layout, I know I've kind of already done that a little bit, but this one is definitely going to be a lot of that, because what I'm going to do is I am going to completely rehaul this, because I do not want to use it this way. I am going to use my progress section, but this is going to get a complete rehaul using things that are already in this planner. So hopefully you will stay tuned for the next video where I go through that. But until then, I hope that you are having as much fun as me setting up your new planner for 2023. I will see you soon. Go do extraordinary things, and I will talk to you later. Bye.